Today I'd like to show you the EEZybotArm, which was originally designed by Carlo Franciscone. You can download the project from Thingiverse, and I also will put all the links to all what I mentioned below this video, so you can download and check it there. Alright, let's start. So basically this is a 3-axis robotic arm or rubber arm. I think it's 3 axis, not 4, because moving off this little hand here, I think it's not an axis, but anyway, didn't care. You can move the arm around, as you see, and also you can, oops, so you can move the arm up and you can move the arm down, or forward and back. So it looks better, huh? Yeah. So it's printed using plain or normal PLA. Printing is pretty easy. You have to use some supports sometime. I use them for this one, or this little arm here. It's also better printed with some support under it. Otherwise there's nothing special about it, no way. So a little bit unusual is that this is driven by stepper motors. Usually these tiny devices are driven by these kind of servo motors, and basically this is also the reason why I built it, because I always wanted to learn how the stepper motors are operated and how they do work. And we'll get back to this later. Assembly is quite easy. Not a big deal, but you need a lot of spare parts from your basement or your garage or workbench, what else. A lot of M3 and M4 screws, nuts, stop nuts in this case. Even there are some square nuts like this, which are used, and some all other kind of nuts. So you need a couple of them. So better get yourself some set of screws like this here, also to get the right length for this assembly here. Mainly this is M3 and M4, but the main bolt here underneath it is that way. It is larger, and you also see there's some ball bearing in it. It's 2 of them, one from above and one from below. The only thing I don't like here at this is not very maintainable. So, for instance, if you want to remove this main gear, you see these screws and the nuts there. They go all the way up and end up under the arm here, under the arm. And in order to get them out or in, you need to remove both of these motors and also the complete arm, removing the main shaft, which runs through this. It's not so good. Otherwise than that, I really do love the design. I think it's nice. All the nice details here, the imprinted name of the device, and I also like the color of this PLA, this shiny silver a lot. Yeah, that's it. Beside screws and nuts, you also need a lot of cables and these plugs. So I recommend get yourself some crimp tool. I get this one from Hobby King, quite cheap, and also a set of these plugs. So it looks better as if you solder it. It's not a good idea. All right, so let's head over to the board. It is plain vanilla Arduino Uno board, and then I bought some cheap stepper motor driver board, mainly for the reason that this is consisting of the stepper motors. The problem with these motors here is, this is an original one, they are driven with this little controller board and are using 4 I/O pins for driving that motor. And this is because this is a unipolar motor, and this is the way how it is driven. I will put a link below where you can have an explanation the difference of certain stepper motors. So 4 of them means when you have 3 motors, 1, 2, and the other one is here, 3, you need 12 I/O pins from the Arduino only to control the motors, and you are not controlling the servo then by then, or as you can see here, the buzzer, or you have some switches, and yeah, so you are running quickly out of I/O pins. The benefit of the stepper motors is that you can drive a motor with only 2 pins. One is do one step and the other one is in which direction. But to run these motors here with these kind of stepper motor drivers, you need to modify these motors. I also will put a link below where it is explained how this is done. Basically, they are converted to bipolar stepper motors, and you can see the main difference is there's one line missing. The red one here in the middle is not present there anymore. You need also to disconnect some connection underneath. So you have 2 ways. There are 2 ways to do this. You can remove the plate here, and then you can get this out of the way and have access to the board, or you can crack this open. But I guess you will never ever get it back into position without gluing it. So I decided to remove the main plate here for all of these motors. Yeah, having that said, these stepper motor drivers won't operate with 5 volts. They need at least, I think it's 8, I'm not sure, but not 5. Usually you get these motors and they are 5 volt motors, and you get also a variant which is 12. You can run this with 12 volt. No, this is not a problem. The only thing you need to do is you should disable the current going to these motors when they are in idle. Otherwise they got hot. Not a little bit hot, they get very hot. This is not the case with the 12 ones for sure, but that's how it is. Okay, then let's head over to programming. How is this one operated? You do see this knob, and when you move it to the left or to the right, one of the motors is turned on, and when you click once, then the next motor is selected. In this case the little arm here, and now this rotation. So when you press this knob for a long time, the current position is stored in the device here, and then you after a while you have a list of positions where the device should move to, and you can cycle through the list by using the knob. When you move it down, it goes to the position before, nearer to the start of the list, and when you now we are at the start of the list, and when you move it up, you go to the end of the list. And then you can use this button here and start to cycle automatically through that list. That's not very interesting here. Let's add one more. Let's add one more step. I clicked it once, so it stops now, and moving to the end and upwards. Store it. Turn it here. Store it. And let's run it. Move to the start. Rotate sometime. When you want to have a pause, simply store the same position twice, then the device will stop for 1 second. Yeah, okay, I think you got the idea. That's it for the moment. Thanks for watching. Bye then.